we are absolutely going to have a good time doing this. We're just going to be sitting back and mining out a whole bunch of stone. Which isn't too bad, but I mean, it's kind of rough, but we'll deal with it as it comes along. How's our tools looking? Kind of rough. Alright, well, I guess we'll start that way then. We are wearing my elytra. Now, I'm sort of unsure where I am. Ah, right. Hey, Eclipse. Indeed I am. I got home. No, I just got home early. Like I'm doing a lot of like handing over all my customers, all my clients. And I didn't have any more that were able to be handed over as of right now. Yeah, I think you are the first one. So, like, I was just offered that I could, like, go home instead. Hey, game guy, welcome. So, yeah, I have to go back later at work for some, because, like, the way we handing clients over is, of course, first I brief my my colleagues and go like, all right, so this is what they're expecting. This is their business, blah 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 blah. And I have done all of that. Fix my mic. Is it better now? All right, good, good, good. Could you hear me? Could you not hear me before, Eclipse? And this is just a small XP farm so I can quickly get my tools up and running, you know? It's pretty effective. Pretty effective. Alright, so what I was saying essentially, and thank you for reminding me or saying Gaming Eye, and also Eclipse, if you ever hear my mic being like weirdly low, just let me know. Because I feel like the mic sometimes just drifts away from my mouth a little bit. And also, it feels like it's slowly like sliding out of its socket. I don't know how else to explain it, but XP, yeah. XP and a bunch of prismarine. Like, we're gonna need a bunch of prismarine, so of course all of that goes into these chests here. Slowly, I think. They should, at least. Like, all of it should slowly drift over here, and then be good. Plus, it's a pretty decent amount of XP you get from killing Guardians. They are some of the most XP-given creatures. So you see, like, the items will just slowly get knocked over there, and then it's like it's not a. What's the IP for the server? We don't currently have a server up running, Game Guy. And let's just give the shovel a quick repair too. Yes, right, so the in the Discord, the server that has been been halted on it, but the people are working on it. That's pretty much the only thing I can say in regards to it. Alright, so now we're back here. Um, Essentially the problem with that is, what's it called? Whatever making it, Geyser, there we go. The mod that is making it Bedrock compatible. Um, like no matter how fast it is at updating, which it really isn't very fast, it sort of forces the system, like whenever Bedrock updates, they're unable to play on the server because of Geyser, or because Geyser isn't updating fast enough. And every time Geyser updates, it changes something in order for it to run smoothly and not just tank the server. Which really sucks. I suppose it could. It's currently not running. And honestly, I have been thinking about just doing a Java and a Bedrock server, but I don't know. Yeah, it's pretty. It's like a pretty. It's fun playing on a server and getting the good stuff. You're also thinking about starting your own YouTube channel, gaming guy? Okay. Well, I mean, what is it going to be about? Do you have any? You already got your Twitch? Is it just going to be the same sort of content, or? All right, Eclipse. Good luck with that, I suppose. Ah, right. Fair. Mostly just streaming? Yeah, I get that. Like, streaming on two platforms, to me at least, seems like a pretty decent idea. It's not super difficult to set up, so... Pardon? Hey, Pickle, welcome. What do you mean, Eclipse? I use Forge, if that's what you're asking, but I'm not sure that's what you're asking. Hey, gaming guy on the YouTube. You've been practicing pinches in Rocket League for 6 hours. Damn. Oh, yeah. I paid money for it. But then again, back when I bought it, it was like 15, maybe even $10. Like, it was pretty cheap. Then again, I still think it's worth every single dollar or euro you pay for it. I think I bought it back in 2012, maybe 13. Somewhere around there, anyway. So it was really not that expensive. Let's get some air. 200 DKK. Well, that's about 15 bucks. Isn't it? How far am I off euro to DKK? Oh, that's actually 26. Oh, wow. Wow. But still, I like. I'm in the firm belief. Yeah, I got yeah. You always get both versions. If you purchase Java, you get Java 2. Like you get Bedrock 2. So like it's I think that's a pretty good deal. But like I am a firm believer that Minecraft could and is worth like easily. Minecraft would be one of those few games I would accept paying $90 for. Not even kidding. Um, like I think that would honestly be an alright pricing. Uh, like comparatively to everything else on the market. I think $90 for a game is insane, don't get me wrong. But I think it would be an alright, like, if they were to stay up to, if they were to charge the maximum amount of money they could, I think they could get away with $90. And I would even be able to sort of justify it in my head. Because there's so much more content, so much more gameplay in Minecraft than there are in most AAA games. Oh yeah? Same actually. Well, not right now, but I play on a modded server. One of my mates, he made this mod pack, which is actually doing really well. And if you're interested, I can certainly link you the mod pack, and it's really good. If you like tech and like a little bit of magic and sort of the progression mods, so where you're like unable to make certain things until you unlock them. If that's your sort of gameplay, it usually isn't mine actually, but I actually really enjoy the way he pulled it off. It feels very natural and very like, and there's just like a lot of good fun with it. However, if you do play the mod pack, you're gonna start with the ring in your inventory, and it's a semi-hardcore thing too, meaning that if you die 10 times, you lose all your stuff. If you play in a single-player world, then you're just dead forever. On the server that he made, which is the only server there is currently for it, since it's still in beta, he simply just deletes all your stuff. So let me just see. I can pull it up here on the screen. So this one, it's Ars Inventus. Which is pretty darn good. It's pretty good fun. What if I want to search for full-on mod packs? Anyway. That's a good question. Can I link to it? I'll throw a link here. And also just in Discord if anyone is interested. Let me just, I'm gonna throw it into the self-advertising. There we go. Again, you won't be able to, nice. You won't be able to play on the server. It is whitelisted because we're sort of, and there are still changes being made to it. Although he says whenever we finish like the full progression on it, and like I have a mate, he spent something akin to almost 700 hours in the mod pack, and he's only just finishing up now. But he's had a lot of fun with it, and I get why. It's, like there's a lot of very technical stuff. Oh yeah. You go try that. You go try that. Like I think he finished up the last tech step, and he's now like just finishing up the very last magic tech. Oh yeah. Well, create is pretty good. Like don't get me wrong, I absolutely love create. It's which is part of it too. But remember, 90% of create is locked, right? Is locked behind some serious things, right? So, for example, where I am right now, I have just like I've gotten to the step just before steel, right? I haven't been focusing on progressing either. Let me just be totally upfront about that. I haven't been focusing on progressing at all. I've been sort of more building, enjoying the fact that I can die, that I'm allowed to die, and sort of just all the automation in like the different new blocks and all of that. I've sort of really been enjoying that. I can just destroy a whole bunch of stuff really quickly, really easily. I'm not saying I'm missing that right now, but I really am. Alright, see you later. See you in a sec, rather. Alright, continue. Ah, let's just wear the chest plate, especially here during the night. Seems like a good decision. I must admit, there's like a part of me, like a very small part of me, that's considering like making a super serious TNT or a super serious gunpowder farm. and trying to blow away all of this, but I'm not sure what's gonna take longer. Because I'm still gonna have to dig trenches and stuff in order for it to work. So I don't know. Because what that would do that the what TNT tubers wouldn't be able to do would be that it's gonna blow up much faster, letting the water spread less. But there's still just a whole bunch of water. That's gonna be very massively in the way. So I'm not sure it's actually gonna discount me much time anyway. Then again, I would have a super awesome gunpowder farm by the end of it. But I'd rather want to make that here close by the Kraken anyway, I think. Well, let's actually just start going all the way around. No. Welcome back. All right. Well, it takes a wee while to launch it. Just as a heads up, it's quite heavy. There's a lot of components it has to. And also, as I was saying, you're gonna start with a ring in your inventory. Don't put it on, but save it. As I said, you only have 10 deaths, and then afterwards, it's hardcore. Right, so, or rather, you have 9 deaths, and your 10th death will end the world. Even if you play, just survival. So, you have to keep that in mind. And for that reason, you really, really don't want to be putting on that ring. Because it makes everything hostile. I started a world in there and put it on for giggles because I was like, I play hardcore Minecraft I play hardcore Minecraft daily. Surely I can do this. And then I got killed 6 times in a row by a snake. And considering like It's actually a little bit inside the first tech tree that before you're allowed to make a bed. And even like, which is super difficult because I think it is called husbandry, the particular tech. And to unlock that, you need like a couple of hundred wood. That's no issue at all. You need 100 wheat and 100 wool or something like that. And considering you're not really allowed to make a iron bucket until later in the tree, it's quite difficult getting a 100 wheat. Now, I'm not going to give away all the ways to advance quickly in it, but I would suggest you search up bucket and see if you can't make one of the buckets in there. What I would like to have done today is to, first of all, like remove all of this we're currently doing here, so all of it is at the same level. That would be super cool. Yeah, indeed. But remember, really, don't put on that ring. It's, that was nightmare fuel. But if you notice anything that while playing it, you're more look if I dare you to try and speedrun it and like tell me how long it took for you to get to the end of it. But if you notice anything that seems buggy or particularly bad, do let me know, because then I'll just let the creator know about it. And then we can hopefully get it fixed. I just sort of completely halted all my progression in the tech tree because I found out there was glowing mushrooms. And I needed to make a house out of that. You know, casually. Ah, right. Well, you're going to be working a lot with crate and mechanisms in the beginning, and then there are of course all the adventure mods, such as Ice and Fire and Vampirism and all that stuff. Well, you can get quite far until you're really gonna need mechanism. Yesterday we were at 675,000 stone mined. Today we'll get some more. Hey Lance, welcome. Hope you're having a wonderful day. Hope you're doing well. I am currently just digging out a bunch of stuff because it seemed I tried to make a world eater, but my world is lacking a little bit too much for it to work. So here we are doing it by hand instead, which is kind of rough. You're in jail. Well, I'm sorry to hear that. Oh yeah, I do so too. I think I have 30 something thousand on the server. But you're in jail. Are you all right? I suppose you don't have a lot of good stuff to do. Uh. Well, as a quick notice, if you press X while on the mod pack, while you're mining, you got vein mining, right? So you can mine out quite quickly. I miss that feature here in my hardcore world. I miss that feature a lot, especially right now. Yes, indeed. Yeah, same, man. Am I doing 4 right now? I guess I am. Ugh, my right arm is falling asleep. That's so weird. Yeah, it really does. It really does. Yeah, as I said, it takes a while to launch up in the beginning. Wow, we're really pushing our limits here. But thank God for insta-mining, eh? This would have been really rough without the beacons. Though I do feel like they should add a potion effect for it. Yeah, the first generation always takes a long time. But it'll get there. Give it a second. I do feel like they should add more potion effects to the game. Like, for example, mining haste. Like, let's say you sort of mined out a little bit further than you, or rather you misplaced the beacon by 1 block, and you sort of want to deal with that, but you can't really, because, well, then you have to move the entire beacon, which really sucks. You could just like chuck a 8-minute mining haste potion. I think that would be a fair trade-off. Make it expensive, sure, but I don't know, make it cost a golden apple or something. Or maybe a diamond. A diamond pick. Brew down a diamond pick. That would be kind of funny. Maybe brew down a diamond pick and a pork chop. Just that way we actually have usage for pork chops. That would be nice. I think the beacon is a little bit much for just an 8-minute power boost. Then it should be like really insane. Like then it needs to be like haste 4 or something so you can insta-mine everything. Except for obsidian for 8 minutes. Just for those people who really want a bunch of couple deep slate or something like that, or just deep slate, and to be able to run through a whole bunch of this. We're getting there though, albeit slowly. Stuck at 100%, really? Give it time, it'll be there in a second. It crashed. No. Well, maybe that's a good thing. Try again. Try again. I haven't had any trouble issues with it crashing, but I don't know. I suppose it could. Alright, some air. Nice. Yeah, I guess that's the only choice you have. No, good sir. Really? Oh, am I full up on those? Well, let's just go clear the inventory for a second. I was like, why didn't I hear myself pick up any copper? Well, there's a perfectly reasonable reason for that. There ain't any left. You know what? We're just gonna put that up there. And for this. Eventually I'm gonna have to make a room for like redstone, but I guess that room for redstone and diamonds, but surely they're gonna be rare enough. I wonder how many times we're gonna have to... Your PC does not... What do you mean? Does it keep crashing or does it just take a while? And just out of curiosity, how much you might have to. How much RAM have you allocated to Minecraft in Forge? Because that might also be able to help a little bit. Well, you should probably go look at that, because I think it's by default just set for 2, which is barely like, which is enough for like regular unmodded, nothing Minecraft. Like if you just use the launcher and have nothing on it. 2 is about enough, but if you want to run any mods, any shaders, or anything like that, it's not. So you can opt that in the. In case you don't know how to, I'll just show you. You head down here into settings, you click Minecraft, and you simply just set, where is it here? Allocated memory. Now I've set mine for fit 12 out of the 32 I have, and that's just, I just feel like more isn't necessary. Oh, right. You can't see the window, of course. No. Give me a second. I will do something so you can. That's the wrong one. There we go. Alright, so here, you head into, let's just go right, you're here. You head into settings down on the left. You head into Curse, or into Minecraft. You scroll down past display, launcher settings, all the way down here to allocated memory. Set the default memory allocated to profiles. It's just performance, right? I've dragged that up to 12 because I don't feel the need for any more than that. I could probably allocate. You see, I have 32 as a maximum, but that is sort of the way it works for me. If you set that for less than like 10, I would suggest that you, or for less than 4, I suggest you could either try cramming it up to 8. 8 is usually enough, but I don't know. I find that 12 is enough for pretty much anything. Yeah. Try and set it up for. If your computer does have 12, then try and set it up for 12. Up to 12. That should greatly improve your experience on any modded Minecraft, really. It still takes a long time to launch that mod pack, but it should be much better overall now. Got exactly to 12? Nice. Okay. Well, I mean, you can also set it for more. I'm just like, I find that allocating it and giving it 32 doesn't actually change the performance a whole bunch. Because it's only going to use what it needs, right? And also, you don't want to take away too much of the memory for all the other stuff it needs to be running in the background. So I find 12 to be like a pretty good spot for it. Nice. Really. So much slime. So little time. Yeah, you might be. I think you might be right. We did also start way outside the regular time today, so. But it's just if I start streaming at 2, so in about an hour, I have to end at 3, and that seems kinda like not enough. So instead of just 1 hour, we're gonna get 3 hours of progress today, which is not bad. As long as I can handle 3 hours of this. This is pretty rough. So it says there are 2. The other one is likely just me. Oh, you're joining your world now? Nice. And for that particular mod pack, if you want to be streaming it, it is not super happy about you streaming it in full screen. Or so I've heard. At least Discord can't handle it when you try and... Like, because usually my mates and I, we sit and have a good time and we share our screens on the Discord just so we can see what we're up to. And if we have any issues, we can always go like, hey guys, can you look at this for a quick moment? But it's really not happy when we do it that way. So you're probably, if you do plan on streaming it on Discord or elsewhere, you're more than welcome to, of course, I think. I don't think there's anything wrong with that. But do keep in mind that the stream will sort of freeze up if you put it into full screen. And we don't know why. We have no idea why. You can indeed. I chose human because there's a lot of the different races that have big downsides. Human is just like the regular one. And bear in mind, you're pretty much too stupid to do anything in the beginning, right? So you can find the log by pressing J when you get in there, and then J2 to open the tech tree, J3 for the magic tree, and J4 for the adventure tree or the bossing tree. Just so you know how to advance. Because you can't even make wooden tools right now. Pretty sure you need the first advancement to unlock wooden tools. Alright, well, good luck on the dwarf. I can't even remember, what is it the dwarf can do? I think like 90% of the server I play on picked human, except for my mate, he picked Enderman, and he said that was absolute hell. Not being able to be outside in the rain or swimming, that was rough for just a teleport. Dwarf tech allows dwarves to mine a lot faster. Ah, right. Right. So they have like mining efficiency 1 or 2 at the beginning, eh? That is pretty neat. Though to me, speed has never been an issue with how fast I do. It was mostly food that was an issue. And after eating, whenever you eat a new thing, you can like gain a new heart, meaning you can get like a bunch more health than you usually would have. Welcome, Soso. A box. Mono, sorry. No, Soso hasn't been here today yet. Why? What's up? Okay, well, I hope you find Soso. Have a good one. I suppose. But why? Why not just DM him on Discord and then wait for him to respond? IRL, or do you mean like in the game as a dwarf? Ah, he was in here yesterday. So, I'm sure he's alright. Ah, it's Haze too. Nice. Though I do think, like, considering Apotheosis, or whatever it's called, is in the mod pack, like, you can get efficiency 18 if you want. Alright, see you later, Mono. Have a wonderful day. Hope you find Soso. So eventually you will be able to get like just enchants that are so good that the mining speed won't really matter. I wonder how much longer. Yeah, there is. Though I must admit, with vein mining being a thing, and I actually like miners fervor more because it's sort of like miners favor. Because like you can get miner's favor a lot, and it means you can't insta-mine anything. But everything will take like a brief second to mine, right? And that means you have less accidents of like just destroying half your base because you pressed X and your arm had a spasm, so suddenly like a lot of your base just lies on the ground because you shapeless mined all of it. That has happened a couple of times to my roof in my base and on the server. Accidental deletion. One, two, three. 1, 2, 3. Getting closer and closer to the edge of this, which is nice. I wonder if I can get out before I start taking drowning damage. We'll try. Let's go for it. And I could. Nice. Is it fast enough to catch up to me when I'm mining free? I think so. Sounds like it. I might get hit once, but nope, I won't. I made it. One, two, and three. Yeah. You haven't like press J and 1, or sorry, J and then 2 to open up a detect tree. You need to advance far enough until you understand what sort of food you can eat. A common phrase my mates and I use when we're talking about that game or this mod is, well, you're probably too dumb to eat that yet, or dumb to do X yet. So a lot of food is locked behind some certain goals, certain things you have to unlock. But like most things that grows on trees, like apples and peaches and those sort of things, you can get right away. You can eat them from the get-go. But like if you press J and then 2, you open up the detect tree and then you just find the very first one, and then you simply just start making your way through that. Eventually it will show you, eventually you'll be able to pick up more stuff. As I said, it's very progression heavy, like it forces you to progress in a very certain way. Some fruit you can. And if not, it's just like a couple of ones in, and that's just like, the first is what, 10 wood, and then the other one is 25 wood or something like that, which you can get quite quickly. I would suggest you just try to advance to husbandry as quickly as possible. There we go. You're now clever enough to pick a fruit and eat it off a tree. Good job. Do I have any more pickaxes after this? No, I do not. So when this one starts complaining, we'll go repair all of them. Yeah. It's pretty good. It's pretty good. Oh, it's a zombie over there. I was like, what is that? But it's just a guy standing in water. Well, good for him, I suppose. Yeah, that sounds about right. Yeah, vein mining breaks your stuff fast, but remember, it also takes a lot of hunger. And you can die from hunger. Just again, uh, you will take damage and you will die from hunger. So, uh, keep that in mind, I suppose. Alright, we're just gonna call it here and we're gonna fly over and fix our stuff. Hmm. Ah. Oh. That's a lot of fish. Yeah, I remember. I just dug straight into the side of a mountain and made a home in there as fast as I could. Slowly made it bigger and better as like I advanced. And then eventually I like dug out a major extension to it, and then I made something that looked more like a proper base. And it was supposed to be the basement of like this large mushroom that I'm making, where I keep all my stuff and goodies. Oh, that's gonna be it's gonna be a while before you get access to Steam engines. You're gonna have to make precision mechanisms first and a whole bunch of stuff. It's gonna be a wee while before you get access to that. Yeah, those are boss monsters that usually drop gems for apotheosis or whatever it's called. Let's just take a look. How much progress? Okay, that's a very small chunk that's left of that. Oh, that's nice. This is nice. We like this. And I would suggest you get sophisticated storage up and running as fast as possible. That's one of the things that you have access to fairly quickly. And as soon as you can, make a backpack. That's so nice. It's one of the things I really miss in this. A backpack, like. Because you can get like backpack upgrades and chest upgrades, meaning you can have. Oh, what is it I have in my my chests? I can have 16,000 items in one stack. Inside of a diamond chest, which just gives me so much room to play around with. The wheel? What do you mean? Water wheels? Ah, right. No, 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 you can't. You need to get all the way up until smelting, I think, which is the second branch to the tech tree before you even unlock iron. Yeah. It's very hard to skip forward. You can't pick up iron ore. You don't know what it is yet. You're too dumb. We've all been there. You can't just run straight down and get diamond, which is kind of unfortunate. Huh. How quaint. Oh, hello. I need to put that on for sure. What do you mean? The recipe for diamonds isn't there? You can make diamond seeds at some point, but that's going to require, I think it is, that's further in the trajectory than I am. I only just made it to transportation or something. No, you can't. Not in this one. But you can make seeds which will grow into diamond essence, which can then automatically be harvested, either through a harvester or a botany pot. I would really suggest that as soon as you get access to like coal seeds, you start making a bunch of it. Because like coal is just super nice for like whenever you need to make coke coal or whatever it's called. And creosote oil. Oh, Jesus. Like to make treated wood, you're gonna need a whole bunch of creosote oil for that. I actually need to set up some sort of treated wood mechanism soonish in my world. Oh, am I going 4 this time? Fine, we're going 4. I don't know, but like I haven't gotten access to them yet, so I can't even I can't say whether or not that's true, but it feels when I get access to them, I think I'm gonna be able to produce them fairly easily. The difficult thing isn't necessarily making a lot of the things that you need, but for example, there is lapidary and another one just before that that requires 25 emeralds, 25 gold, 25 diamonds, and 25 netherite. and the next one is 50 of all of them. So suddenly you just have to like give up a lot of valuable blocks. Yeah, and you're too dumb to pick it up, aren't you? Hmm. Lost souls just sometimes spawn, and I think there's a mechanic somewhere where you're supposed to power things with lost souls. Um, but I haven't gone to the I haven't really involved myself a lot in the magical tree yet. I sort of had the benefit of a friend of mine. He has the full setup already set up at his base, so I can just sort of sneak in there and use that. Yeah, exactly. So you're gonna have to get to smelting first in the tech tree. I think that's in tree 2 or branch 2 or whatever you want to call it. But remember, there before iron, I actually think you might be able. As soon as you can pick up copper, I think you can make copper tools. Which I mean, they aren't particularly good, but they're better than stone at least. We're finally getting to a spot where this is not covered by water anymore, or getting close to anyway. Well, I would suggest you try and advance all the like easy ones as fast as you can. And I'm gonna give you one tip. An elderwood bucket is gonna go a long way to make your life a lot easier. Clever enough to pick up coal. Nice. But an elderwood bucket is something you can actually use right now. And it can hold four water, which is actually also super amazing. So if you happen to be near a dark oak biome, Redwood Forest? Well, shame. And be careful of dragons. And sea serpents. Of course. Sea serpents are, like, I think I have 6 deaths on my, on the server. And 2 of those, almost 3, were to sea serpents. Sea serpents are really annoying. They're super aggressive and they're just like pains in the asses and they can hit you through blocks, so... Yeah, dragons. There are dragons. The biggest and most dangerous dragons are underground though, so don't worry if you're on top, you're not gonna come across a level 5, but... And so, we got through that. Yeah, that's... you're gonna feel that for a long time. And like when you get into create, it's gonna really frustrate you that like 90% of the machines you want to use and you like find guides for online how to build, you can't because like you're lacking the wireless redstone unlock. So you're gonna have to find like other ways of doing it, and yeah, I don't know. It's just kind of rough. But it makes everything feel so rewarding when you actually do get it done. Which I personally really like. That wolf guy, welcome. Meltdown is a rhyme. Okay, hit me up with the rhyme, I suppose. You have my undivided attention. Trust me, it's gonna feel, it actually feels really nice when you actually do achieve things in it. This is indeed Java. Do you want a world tour? Because I really wouldn't mind giving you one, considering I've been digging here for quite a while. I can give you a world tour, so I'm just gonna take this line down here. Because my world lacks a little bit too much for I was gonna bomb this out with a world eater, as you see up here. But it lacks a little bit too much for it, so the world eater broke midway, which really sucks. So we're gonna have to dig out the area here I'm currently want to dig out by hand. That's true. You are clever enough to use the minimap right off the bat. So Wolf, this hardcore world is 2,752 days old. This is the area that we've cleared out so far in by hand. My actual base is over there somewhere, but this is what we've been doing and what we're going to be doing for a long while. As far as my actual world, we have that over here. What we spent the first 2,000 days doing. Indeed. So I think about 2,752 days ago, we spawned in right up here. There used to be a mushroom here. Right here at this level, there used to be a mushroom, and we spawned in here. In your world, you're working on a castle. Not big enough. Not too big, but big enough. Yeah, yeah. I get that. Yeah, I spawned in on a small mushroom, and right in front of us was actually a what are they called? Forest mansion, and that used to be over here, but we sort of bumped that away and built the mountain here instead. And there used to be a village here too, which we have then transformed into sort of more of a fantasy vibe. Which I think turned out really, really well. We're just gonna sleep. I don't want to deal with phantoms. That way you can also get it. This has been our base for the last 2,753 days. Progression is slow in that mod package, for sure is, gaming guy. This has been our base. It's small, it's quaint, it has just enough storage for what we have had need of so far. However, the area we're working on over there, way over there, is where we're going to be placing our new base. But that is what our island looks right now. We built everything from the coastline of the island. We extended the island a little bit. Yeah, the skull is really good, isn't it? I'm really happy with that too. I put my nether portal inside of the mouth, which feels really nice. Well, I wouldn't even say the skull is the most amazing build in my world. That probably goes to the dragon up there. In pure size, that is definitely the biggest current build. Alright, see you in a soon, gaming guy. But the dragon took quite a while to build. But this is what the island looks like right now, which, I mean, I'm pretty happy with how it turned out. We have a few redstone builds spread across it. Yeah, I totally get it. Like, to be fair, like, that cave there is tiny, and I've had it for, like, ever, and I haven't really had the need to make a bigger base. In here we have my my iron farm, As you can see, it just throws out some iron every now and then. Which works perfectly. It's a pretty simple design. Portal based, and every now and then you'll see an iron golem pop up and go straight through the... You don't know how to make an iron farm? Well, let me give you a small... well, at least in Java. Let me put it that way first. The thing about this place also is that none of these blocks are spawnable. They're all just a half slab. Like, there's a solid full block here, and then there's a half slab. Meaning that nothing can spawn up here except for right there. That is very important to note with this entire building. You can just build the farm without the building, of course, and then everything is just fine. But essentially, you make a villager pod. You pop 3 villagers in here. Have 3 beds around them. There are multiple ways to do it, but this is the way I've done it in this farm here. They're captured here, right? Whenever a villager gets scared, which he does from this zombie here, he has a chance to spawn an iron golem. Now, because there are no other spawnable spots, the iron golem will always spawn in this water and get pushed towards the iron portal. So, like that, right? And then he is pushed into the portal and into a killing chamber in the nether. And essentially, the zombies just popping up and down here, and there's a few cells around here. So I have 4 cells, 3 villagers in each, and they sort of get scared fairly often. And that just leads all the iron down to here, where... Oh, this is filled up with poppies. Let's just try and get rid of some of those. That's better. That's a lot of roses. And that slowly just fills that up. Which is pretty neat. So we have infinite iron. We also have, underneath the iron farm, we actually have a slime farm, which is just one of those passive ones. So we have a small entrance here, two set slime farm, which is down here, and this is where all the slime ends up. Not that we have a bunch of it, but we have a little bit of slime just passively building up here. These are some of the smaller redstone builds that we have. We also have inside of the small base in here, we have a little bit of redstone builds too, though not a whole bunch. A bamboo farm that breaks half the time, which is really annoying, but it is what it is. I suppose it must be up here then. Yeah, here it is. A bamboo farm that breaks half the time. Ah, you're on Bedrock. Well, Bedrock has some slightly different mechanics, so I'm not sure you're going to be able to make the same iron farm as I have, but most of the farms in here you can make. Whoops. There we go. Small bamboo farm, sugarcane farm as you need it. We even have a small area down here for our sheep farm. That slowly brings us all the wool that we could need. And a glow lichen farm. Now these are some of the smaller redstone builds, some of the early redstone builds that we made. Because after we made all the mountains, because I do have mending on everything. Um, I think my mending villager, well, let's just check. I think he's standing right here. Yeah, mending. I have a few villagers in here. I don't really have a lot of trading. I have some trading, but not like a whole bunch. These are one of the newer structures, which I really like. A small hobbit house, sort of hidden in a small hole. But most of my redstone is inside this mountain, because one of the great things about making a mountain by hand is that it's hollow, right? So we have access to all of our ugly redstone in here. So we have everything from a netherwood farm to a concrete converter. So where I get all my concrete from, or where I convert all my concrete. A mushroom stem farm. Bone meal. Cactus. Melon underneath. Regular wood. Cobblestone basalt. Honey. Rail duper. Mud. Slime farm over here actually. Really, it's a really simple design that I really like. Snow. Something I can't remember what is over here, and there's a bee breeder, and back here we have a horse racing track because I wanted to get the fastest horse possible. We have a few extra redstone things down here, but that is only bone meal machine and bone meal machine. We needed quite a lot of bone blocks for the skull. Like making, I really cannot recommend making anything out of bone blocks. That was torture. Getting as many bone blocks as was required for this. Like a lot of it is bone, a little bit of it is mushroom blocks, and we also have a little bit of quartz in here, but mostly bone and mushroom blocks. Then of course we have the harbor over here. I plan on putting in more ships, but we'll get to that eventually. A small tavern over here where adventurers, lore-wise, where adventurers can visit and sort of stay. On the back, my viewers convinced me to make an axolotl pond, but also in case you do in case you do end up subscribing, let me know, because I have a thing where I name my subscribers as axolotls. However, I built this pond here, and it quickly filled up, so we made this mountain to sort of hide a major pond of axolotls. So in here we have all our axolotls. If you do end up subscribing, let me know, because then we'll name one and put it in here. I tried sort of making an exposed lush cave crawling around the mountain, so you can get up here by foot. And up into this custom forest, which I'm really happy about. It feels like I call it the ancient forest in my world, because it's supposed to feel very old and like murky, and I think that we pulled that off quite well. Here on the top we have a wizard tower. Well, in that case, let me get you an axolotl right after the world tour. Up here we sort of have that big wizard tower and a brilliant view over the village from this tip here. The reason for the wizard tower to build up here, lore-wise for my world, is that there's like these ley lines with all the magic, right, that gather here, and the wizards noticed that this ancient temple here was up here harnessing said power, which resulted into this beacon sort of structure shooting up into the sky, which is what which is the reason why this island is floating, because all of that energy is sort of hitting this big floating crystal, making it disperse and have the today I might not stream for much longer, maybe half an hour today, but let me just give you your axolotl gaming guy. Sorry, wolf guy. Let's hurry up. Do you have a preferred color of axolotl? Hey Sawcell, Mono is looking for you. So wolf guy, you can have a pick of any color of these that you want. We have Lucia, which is a pale pink, yellow, brownish. I don't have a blue one. I don't have a blue on that axis, unfortunately. It can only be one of these, but you can have a green or a white one, if that is all right with you. He said he also DM'd you in Discord. Bottom white. That wolf guy. Alright, let's get you in the pond. Alright, that wolf guy. Welcome to my pond, and thank you for subbing. Well, I also thank you for the follow on Twitch. I appreciate it. What do you mean, wolf guy? Do we have more food in here? Not a whole bunch for sure. Let's just grab some emeralds then. And fly over to our small area over here. All right. As far as the nether side, indeed we do. On the nether side of things, we're of course on the roof. We have a frog-like farm, a small battering farm, which, I mean, it's pretty neat. And of course, a rather sizable gold farm, which is kind of good. We also have a honey farm, which is great. As far as not on the roof, we have Yes, there is also a Discord server if you're interested. I usually announce before I start a stream. And I try to let you guys know if I'm not streaming on set day. On this side, we have the killing mechanism for the iron golems. I can't walk up here apparently. So like the iron golems are standing there, which is just fine. When one spawns through, it's gonna get pushed down into the lava and send the iron through this loop, shooting it back into the overworld. Alright, but let's get back to digging. What's up, game guy? You can finally use stone? Good on ya! That is the first big step. Well, to be fair, so I think Sawcell is too odd to be a bud. So I wouldn't worry too much about that, but have a good one, gaming guy. Hope to see you again, man. Alright, but let's finally deal with the last strip here, so we can actually start moving down into smaller layers. Yeah, you're of course, go ahead, but I'm not pressuring you to continue playing the mod pack, but believe me, it is super satisfying when you advance after having to work for even getting stone. That is super satisfying, I think, at least. Alright, gaming guy, have a wonderful day, and I hope to see you again soon, man. Cheers, man. Guess the viewer starts with an F. Wow, completely blanking out. Fawn Dragon? These horses are sort of in the way, not gonna lie. Nice. At least I got the first one. It's just downhill from now. Exclusive, I suppose. Oh, we've done it. Okay, now all of this is flat. Well, except for all of that over there, but I'll take care of that later. Let's go! On a roll. Let's just see how long it takes to dig from here to down there. We're only going to be doing it in twos, though, and not in threes, because, I don't know, it just feels more smooth when I can do it this way. P. Pickle dot? Or Pac-Man? Ah, Poda Cake. Fair, 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 fair. Aaron, yeah. I know Aaron did actually jump to mine, and I was like, but Aaron is Aaron Redman. And I don't know, I guess I just have completely dissociated the Porter Cake, which has been the account he's been using for the majority of the time, but and I suppose he's always going to be Aaron Redman in my head. Aaron Redman. Alright, keep him coming. How about I? Hmm. Hmm. I. Alright, you might be getting me here. Let me just think a little bit. That's kind of embarrassing, but I don't think I can think about anyone right now. Yeah. Who do we have that starts with an I? Ice cream. Yes, you're right. Hmm. Right. Yeah. 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 How about an M? Hmm. Well, Meltdown. But I guess he goes by Sir Melt now. Um. Mono, then, maybe? Ah, they're Boxhead Mono? Okay, okay. Hmm. Okay. What was the one you were thinking about? Well, no, that doesn't count. I guessed the right person. Oh wait, no, Meg. Oh yeah. All right. It's been a while since he's looked in. Huh. What a shame. Augmentation. Yeah. Huh. Yeah, it's almost half a year ago since we heard from him. The Meg. Or the Meg, rather. Oh yeah, we also have Ninja, I suppose. Alright, well, keep him coming. Well, it's actually not too bad going like this here. Name 3 people starting with the letter S. Well, Sir Meltdown. Sawcell. Damn. Who can I pick as third? I have someone on the tip of my tongue. Yeah, the third one. I have someone on the tip of my tongue. I just can't force it out. Well, I guess I could say Sawcell Jr. and Sawcell. Would that count? Doesn't count. I feel like you're just making rules up as you go. I don't know, I can't think of a third apparently. Alright, whom do you have? Who was your third? Well, no. That's Discord. He's Eclipse, right? So that doesn't matter. Or sorry, exclusive. So that doesn't count. Samina, there we go. Sam, yep. That was actually the one it was Sam I was thinking about. I just couldn't remember Sam. Couldn't remember her name, but damn, well. I could just have looked at my gear and gone like, all right, I'm wearing an elytra that's called Sam's Grace. Alright, alright. Total my marks. Yeah, go ahead. Five out of eight? That sounds alright. Not too bad. What's the most scary in Joe's community? Define scary. Alright, so I mean, it took a little while getting through those layers, but it's actually not too bad, I think, when we're just doing them 2 by 2. I think that's gonna end up going quite well, actually. Like in about 13 minutes, 12 minutes or so, we were able to deal with that amount there. Meaning that is about half an hour. From here to there is half an hour. That means this is 2 hours. This is 3 hours. Esk, 3 hours. Four hours. 6 hours. 7 hours. Eight hours and a half. Alright, so each layer is going to take us about 8 hours and a half. There are 22 layers, but we can condense that down to 10 to 11. Oh yeah, that actually means the 73 hours rough calculation wasn't way off. Huh. ChatGPT doesn't have an answer for that. That has not been coded into to his system. The most active, Sawcell, Pickle Dot, Meltdown, Draco, and probably Terraco. But with that being said, I think that's just gonna be enough for today. So thank you so much for watching. We made some major progress on this, and we can now start on digging just down. Oh, gonna be interesting. But until then, cheerio, and Joe out.